So basically, Tracy didn't tell us to start, she pointed at us. But hi, this is Reverend Rick McKay of the Let's Stay Together show. This is our after show, and we have the doctors on here to talk about certain things that we may not be able to talk about on the air. So, Dr. Boyajian, tell us some things that we may have missed on air that we should talk about right now.
I think the big thing is HIV/AIDS is not the end of the world. If you have it, you have it. Let's deal with that and go from there. You need to find a provider who you feel comfortable working with. You need to know what's going on with your whole situation, not just the medications. The medications don't work. There's a lot of different medication options you can try. Let them know.
And so basically, you know, if a person has tried some certain medications and it doesn't work, you're basically saying there are other alternatives, don't give up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I'm saying let them know. I mean, let them know what's going on also financially, let them know what's going on socially. That way they can sort of put you with resources that can help.
Here's one of the things I didn't talk about is that what happens if the person is at the last stage of HIV/AIDS? What comfort can we give them at that point?
I mean, well, it's a complicated answer to the question, but here's the best thing I can say. Get with a provider and start taking medications. I've seen a lot of patients who have AIDS with a very low CD4 count and very high viral load. We start them on therapy, start taking their medications, and they've responded very well. And I think that's more the norm than the exception. So my point to you is you have to get in care. You have to take the medications and you have to let your provider know what's going on. I know the Core Center has, the holistic approach. They have providers, they have case managers, etc. So you have to find a provider that you trust and comfortable with and get yourself with those resources. Ask them about those resources and let them show you where, help you out. And that way you will get better and you can get better.
Dr. Meyer, what can we tell our studio audience about what's going on with AIDS and how they should live with it? What kind of example or what would you tell them, first of all, how they should live?
That's a good question. Putting it in another way, Dr. O already talked about taking medicines. I'll read it, Deuteronomy 30:19. God says, today I set before you life and death, blessings and cursing. Therefore choose life so that you and your seed can prosper. Choosing life means getting into care, taking care of yourself, and making sure you're seeing your partner's status. Don't be worried about your partner that wants to get tested. Be worried about the one that doesn't.
So I know Tracy was saying something over there which I can't understand a word you're saying, Tracy. But baby, what did she want to say?
Dr. Meyer just said a word. Go pro-life. Dr. O just gave you a word and said, we're all in it together. We're all in it together. This is a Let's Stay Together radio show. And if we're putting it out to the public about something so private, there's nothing wrong with people just having the HIV/AIDS virus, to having the disease. That we don't want them to feel as though, as we said, that they're isolated and no one want to touch them. This is all within the family members. We want you to know we're out here for you. If you have a question and want the word to get out, we will blast it on the radio, because these great doctors here have a load full of information, programs that you can go to, places you could call, people that you could connect with, holistic environments, prayer and the word, read the Bible, stay prayed up. All I have to say is this show was awesome tonight, and I hope people enjoyed it as much as I did, because I didn't know half of what I thought HIV/AIDS was. But thank you to Dr. Williamson, who is not in this video, Dr. O, and the pretty little Miss Maya over here. I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys.
Hey, and that's very good, because one of the things that I wanted us to be able to do is be educated, get knowledge. The Bible says that people perish because of the lack of knowledge. Today, we've had a successful doctors come in here and provide some excellent knowledge of how you can live. You can survive. You will survive if you just know the right things to do when you have HIV/AIDS. I thank you all again for coming to the show. Once again, next week we're going to talk about domestic violence. Be there and listen. Thank you for listening to the after show. Let's Stay Together. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.